around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go, check. Right. Green jack.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They run here with Singletary. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround and play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you plan on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition is so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families will go out and play them and come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading remember the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They run again on first down. Cook. And some room to roam now. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well, right out and right up the middle.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. And now they'll throw with Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be out right at the 35. They got 29 yards that time. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The Lions at 500, sitting at 5-5. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Ready.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this 3rd down play.
Yeah, they're going dime.
Yellow. Blue.
They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their 3rd in a row. And the question, is this one coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some work to do, but I think a lot of folks were writing this team off about 3 weeks ago.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Allen. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Our game here in Detroit, a Thanksgiving tradition dating back to 1934. And it is the first of 3 games today, per usual. We'll see the Giants and Cowboys from Dallas after us. And then later tonight, the nightcap, another game with NFC North intrigue. The Pats and Vikings from Minneapolis. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And just like he did, almost winning the Heisman at Michigan, rookie Aiden Hutchinson blows up the play. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
2nd and 6. Finding Hawkinson here on the out route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A nice throw there for the first down. And this is a big moment for this young man under center. You know, he's had a few months now to get acclimated to life in the NFL, but you got to think a little extra pressure here, right, CD? I mean, you're getting the start on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience.
Especially since you and I both know he's watched this game since he was, what, 4, 5, 6 years old, and dreamed of playing in it. In fact, his family sent us some of those videos of he and his family in the backyard playing their Turkey Bowl games themselves. So now he's going from the backyard to the big stage, and here he is.
He's ready.
2nd and 13. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The lessons will continue of this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
From midfield, here's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us. No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
Red, yellow. Hey, red. Red, cycle.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they end up running themselves out of time.
Blue striker. Go pink. Hey, go steel. Steel, black. Black, blue. Blaster, stick. Ready?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. So possession. Here on the punt. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. Touchdown! Gabriel Davis from 8 yards out. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
Lions, nothing.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis, operating gun, set, and ready to rock for the third quarter. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Allen going to try and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw, it's Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Second down and 6 now from the 42. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And some space here. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach, because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Check right.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Second and 7 at the 40-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Steps away. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Hey, green. Right, right. Green jack. Ready?
2nd and 1. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And this one is right through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
From the 27, Allen. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. They'll try the middle with Cook. Running right through him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 80 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Here's Cook again. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Allen going to try and throw on third down. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Bills. Gabriel Davis with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Bills are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Lions 9. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau. Credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
He'll look to throw. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
On the ready.
And just a yard to go here on second down. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
That's going to be caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Ritter will throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Look and repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Play action. Now it's Allen. Out to his left. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Lions will take over.
Here we go, snap.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They'll get this off to Swift. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's caught by Williams. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season, and in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 105 yards on the ground for him so far. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, they'll likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and we have done in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it...
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Lions 17. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable.
No, bottled up, fumble, it's out, it's loose, and he's going to fall on this one himself, so a bit of a weird ending for sure, but they will indeed come up short as this game is over. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Buffalo, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.
Dale.